It is estimated 5 million Afghans face severe food shortages brought about by high food prices and drought. To counter this, Britain has pledged a further £5 million of food aid.
It reflects the emerging challenge that is faced by the government and people of Afghanistan given rising food prices and increased food shortages within the country. We see the need, we're determined to act, and that's why we've made this announcement today.
The money brings Britain's contribution to Afghanistan food aid to £11 million this year and will be targeted at those most in need.
It's going to be going directly to providing the food that is required by a population that is today vulnerable to hunger. There's about 850 million people around the world this evening vulnerable to hunger. We've made a contribution today to the challenge in Afghanistan, matching the kind of announcements we've been making in other countries around the world in recent months.
He told an audience at the International Institute for Strategic Studies in London that to bring long-term stability to Afghanistan would require engagement with the local population.
Engagement with local people is vital because the way to counter the insurgency is to secure the consent of the local population. That's why I paid tribute in my speech today to the heroism of the British forces, but recognise that alongside the military endeavour we need to be supporting the government of Afghanistan as it strengthens its capacity and its legitimacy in the eyes of the Afghan people. That's why we're helping pay for classrooms, for teachers, for children to get inoculations, because we have to see improvements in basic services over the years ahead in what's still one of the poorest countries on earth.
Britain firmly believes a key issue for peace is for Afghans themselves to recognise good governance, authority and the rule of law.
In province after province in Afghanistan, we need to see a strengthening of the rule of law, strengthening of the reach of the government of Afghanistan, and a rejection of the Taliban by the people. Now, so terrible was the misrule of the Taliban that I believe many people in Afghanistan don't want to go anywhere near them any time in the future. That is our opportunity. The kind of progress that has been made in recent years, whether in terms of schools or in hospitals, reflects the work that can be done, but that's an effort that continues, and that's what I was speaking about today.
And working with neighbouring countries is crucial to ensure outside elements do not undermine attempts for peace.
Both the people of Pakistan and the people of Afghanistan have a strong interest in rejecting the threat of terrorism and violence posed by the insurgency. That's why I welcome the warm words that were exchanged between the new President of Pakistan and the President of Afghanistan only last week, and why I believe we now need to translate those sentiments into shared endeavours and action on both sides of the border as we seek to support the peoples of Afghanistan and the people of Pakistan as they reject violence and recognise the rule of law.
Britain is under no illusion about the scale of the task ahead, but it firmly believes a lasting peace can be brought to Afghanistan.